everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We're back here in the new DLC map, Kinlaig. I think I got that right. May not have said it right, but I think I got the name right. And we have one more field to plant. We're gonna replanting a field into grass. But to be honest, I inadvertently bought this planter, not realizing that it's actually part of the fishing DLC. So yeah, I guess I still have my Ohio plates rocking and rolling. But yeah, so as you can see, we've actually replaced the house with something different. I initially thought that this was one I could have access to the inside, but yeah, I was wrong. Oh well. Let's see here. What do we got going on? We are a New Holland farm. Every single machine with an engine, for the most part, is New Holland. Or decked out like New Holland, I'll put it that way. So yeah, we got the Colossus rocking and rolling in New Holland blue. We got everything else decked out in blue that we can. And we even got a nice little pressure washer here. We have 4 total tractors plus a harvester. This is another one. Then we got rocking here. This one has the front loader on it. And this is the T7340 New Holland. So we do have a Kverneland sprayer. And then a Unreal spreader from Amazon, I don't know. And these are the other 2 tractors that we're rocking and rolling with. New Holland TM190, and then this is the T7315. Of course, I gotta show a little bit of my American pride. I did not get a big American flag put down out around the farm anywhere, but I do really like this tractor. It sounds mean. I do have the roller on the back because we were using it to compact this down. Okay. I was hearing that little bit of humming that pops in once in a while, and I thought that might have been like in my house somewhere. No, it's in game. So if you guys hear that as well, that's where that's coming from. We do have a def fill-up point. I got the honey spot here. We do have our free-range chickens, which aren't really free-range because they're all just right here. I did have the option of possibly setting up the whole field. And I may have to redo that and give it a shot, because I kind of want free-range chickens, but I don't want them to be just right here. I thought about just making a huge, massive area for them to be able to roam. But yeah. And then we got rid of the barn that was here with the silo type setup, and we kind of built our own. This is not as massive as what I could have done, but I tried to keep it kind of scaled back for obvious reasons. Nice, simple setup, in my opinion. And these are designed to show us what we have in here. We do not have anything in here, because the fields that we harvested, I did do a complete restart, just because of certain things, but nothing bad that I think of. But we did do a restart, so we did go through and harvest everything, and we sold it direct. So mainly because I didn't have this set up yet. And we got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 7 total gardens going on here. Oh wait, did I not? I had some issues yesterday, I think. And yeah, I already had everything set up as far as what I wanted where. Apparently that didn't save, so yeah, give me a second. So much better. Love it when we have things actually planted. Sounds like water's running somewhere and I'm not sure why. Because we're full up on water. Anyway, so this one we put in carrots, olives, and strawberries. So that's why you see the olive trees in here. Basically, we're planting everything we can. So this is our water tanker, water trailer. I ended up getting this because not only did we have to we had to water our calves, our hireling cattle out there in the field. But we obviously had to get water over here. So I went with this because, well, for one, everything else that I wanted to use, I'm having some issues with. So I don't know if I probably need an update or something like that. But we do have the utility tractor in here. It's currently set up for mowing. Because I do kind of want to come through some of the areas like this and kind of mow and clean things up. We do have more of a batwing type mower. I think it's set up in mulching mode at the moment, but it might still work for our needs. But yeah, we got all of these other spots, all these other areas filled up and currently working for our benefit. We are storing everything that we're going to be making for the time being until we find whether or not our pricing is going to be better off. Do got to be careful because if it gets too cold, we do want to make sure that we enable our greenhouses, which is just like that, plain and simple. So that way we can kind of keep these plants growing for our benefit. Yeah, there's the batwing. And I think that with yeah, this does have mulching blades on it. But yeah, we do have gas station there for our fill-up needs. There are 2 pumps because we have... Actually, there's 4. Holy crap. Technically, we only have 2 active because we have 2 massive tanks underground. 1 for regular fuel. And 1 for farm diesel. Farm fuel. So, we have our 3 fields down here. We haven't bought any extra fields, but the 3 fields that we have, one of them we planted, and our helper was going crazy, so they have donuts in the field. We have 1 field planted in wheat. The other 2 currently are in oilseed radish, just as a cover crop because I want to be able to plant something in the spring. So we have something growing and we're not always relying on a fall harvest or a spring harvest. While that warms up, we do have our lovely, beautiful garage here. I do like this, actually. I just really like the lighting in here, too. It's nice and clean. Of course, we have our Unitrack. And then we have a GMC. So I have several of these vehicles that you're going to start seeing that I thought I was having an issue with the wheel mod, and technically I was. However, I do want to let you guys know that if you are having issues with wheels, like the wheels, and you have a mod for said wheels, make sure you don't have the tire wear mod. I forget exactly what it's called. Make sure you don't have that activated because that will cause issues with your tires. I found that the hard way and thought I was having just crazy issues with my tire mods, and it was just one mod causing the issue. So right now we only have 1 bale of wool from these guys. They still have quite a bit of food. Wow. So we are going to have to keep an eye on that and their straw, just to make sure that whenever they need it, we can get it for them. Make sure that these guys are still, oh, someone's got the jumpies. Make sure that they still have everything they need. But I kind of want to see what I can do about getting them out onto an actual field and not always stuck in the building. But that might be a spring project. But as you can see, we do have everything basically set up in New Holland Blue. Because instead of John Deere or Case, I realized I had quite a bit of New Holland equipment. So why not? Now some of these, and this is our plow. This is an interesting plow to say the least, because it expands out. So you don't have these close tines. Instead, they're all evenly spaced. I was not expecting that. Because when I first got it, everything is... it's fully unfolded. But I thought the two arms folded up, not collapsed in. So I do have another plow that's set up to where it folds up, but doesn't slide in or compact in. Anyway, we have this filled up. We have the tractor filled up. It's a relatively small field, but we did expand it up here. It's the grass field that you guys get when you start off in new farmer mode. I've made a few adjustments. We did mow on the way down and collected that grass as well. Just kind of cleaning things up, as it were. And got rid of the fence down to where we have the beehive. Because like I said, we did expand this out, so there is that. Now let's see what we can do here. Oh, sweet. It's already popping up for us. Let's get this thing folded out. This is kind of unique in my opinion for how this folds out. So you got the first set, and then the second set, and then they slide together. Now, the reason why there's two sets is because the front set is offset from the back set, or vice versa, however you want to call it. So basically you get your nice clean rows. And the front part here, you can have either solid fertilizer or seed. So we currently have solid fert, especially because this field doesn't look like it has any nitrogen. But it doesn't look like the grass is going to take much. Yeah, that's a little rough. But wheat is the only field that we actually added anything to. The stuff we planted in the other two fields. Why am I spacing on it? I don't know. But the other two fields, the cover crop just doesn't require it. So apparently this doesn't require much either. Looks like we're just kind of barely making it red. It's mostly going to be orange. We are going to be skipping a row. We'll make sure that we come back and get any spots that we may miss, because this is going to be our grass field. The reason why I plowed it up was, well, I did want to expand the field out a little bit from the way it originally was set up. And two, well, I always make it a habit of plowing up my fields for the first time after I do any harvest. So we did mow it. We did collect our grass off of it. That's why we have the one silo bunker completely filled up. Well, it's actually not 100% filled, but for what we had in there, I'm fine with it, just so we can get started on making silage. I do need to look into building something for us to actually make TMR, so that way we can take care of our Highland cows better. But for now, we have a massive pile down there by the field, because I think Paul decided to just dump what he had, and now it's all over the ground down there. I really need to get a small something to where we can get that cleaned up and stored for up there by that field, or by the for the cattle. They're still cattle one way or another because they are cows, so take it or leave it. It's kind of habit for me to say one thing, and even if it's a different animal, but it's still cows, it's still cattle. So don't get too upset at me for it. Yeah, I kind of wish that this cedar planter, because this thing does everything. That's kind of why I got it, and then I realized that it is DLC. So it came from via DLC being able to plant everything. So it's not necessarily mod, it's something Giants did. I'm assuming Giants did most of that mod, most of that DLC, but yeah. The one nice thing though is the front part here holds the same amount as the tank on the planter itself. 2,200 liters for both. So if you're only doing seed, you can have 4,400 liters of seed between the two. At the same time, you don't necessarily need the front part. You can run it just on the back. But like I'm doing fertilizer and seed at the same time because it just makes it easier. I don't need to worry about rushing back up here to get fertilizer on the field. Instead, what I'm gonna need to do is get my roller going in the fields. Same one I used on the silage, or making silage, compacting that down. Unfortunately, I think instead of buying a completely different one, we're just going to use that, and it's going to take a hot minute to roll the fields. Well, at least this. I'm going to roll this one, and then we're going to roll the wheat. But I'm not going to be too concerned about the oilseed radish fields. But if I have time, I might. I do want to get those both of these fields, because I'm rolling, or wow, words hard, brain not functioning today. I spent most of my afternoon outside dealing with leaves because we had snowfall earlier this week, and that cold and the snow caused 99% of the leaves in my trees and my neighbor's trees to fall. So instead of letting them stay on the ground and kill my existing grass, it was almost 60 degrees out today, so I turned around and spent time outside getting that all cleaned up. Well, most of it ended up getting mulched into the ground and spread around, but yeah. Anyway, that's kind of getting off the point. I forget where I was at. Oop. Come. Oh, you lowered the front. I wanted you to lower the back. Let's raise the front back up. So the deal with this particular tractor is I have a couple different control groups with this. So that's why it takes me a hot second to flip between everything. There we go. We're on the trailer now, on the cedar. Yeah, we're just turning the field orange for the most part. Looking at the fertilizer. Yeah, for at least this map, this is a really nice planter. So I'm eager to take it and try it on some of my bigger plots of land, but not too much bigger. Even this is a little decent size for this planter setup. If I was doing anything but grass, I have a feeling that I'd probably be blowing through my seed and my fertilizer a lot quicker. Because I know when I did the wheat, it was blowing through things really quick. There we go. But yeah, so not much else going on here. I think because this is in my opinion, a nice, unique map. I love the look and feel of this. I may be rotating this on into my Saturday videos. Not this coming Saturday because I just did it now. But yeah. Speaking of videos, I think I'm going to be taking the week of Thanksgiving off this year from making videos. Because if you don't know and you're new to my channel, my paying gig is in retail. And if you aren't aware and you've been living under a rock, the week of Thanksgiving is a big week for retail companies. So I'm going to be busy because I am a manager and getting everything set up. And I kind of want to take that Thursday, you know, the day of Thanksgiving, to just kind of rest and relax and possibly spend it with my family if they decide to come to town. So, yeah. I may try to do some videos for that week just so it's not complete washout. But just wanted to let you guys know that if you don't see any videos that week, it's just because I'm taking a little vacation, as much of a vacation as I can get, you know, when it comes to things like that. But yeah. I may do some random videos, possibly. I've been playing the firefighting simulator game, Ignite, and I know that they recently updated it, so I may do a video or two on that, just kind of change things up for that week. We'll see how it goes next weekend, not this coming weekend, from the day that this video is posted, but the following weekend after that, between the weekend leading into Thanksgiving week. Yeah, I'm off that weekend, so I may try to get a few extra videos busted out on some things other than farming sim content, because I do like to play a few other games. But yeah, anyway guys, I'm just kind of ranting at this point, and I apologize for that. I know sometimes I get to talking and I don't know when to shut up, or I get so far off topic. I'm sure even you guys are confused. But a nice quick short video for the day. So guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see, forget yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will notify you of every single video I post, not just like a few here and there. There we go. Wow. Anyway guys, I think I need to go to bed. If you made it this far, I'm going to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening, as it were. Ooh. Gotta get back to the trailer. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys, and I hope you all have a fantastic evening and the rest of your week. So we'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.